The Visa chief of staff, how would you use it if you were selling back, if you were still selling?
Well, I am still selling. The way that data is received is the difference between whether it gets used or not. I always think of that Steve Ballmer video where he's talking about the Windows phone. And I was at Apple when this was happening. And he pulls up the phone and he's like, it'll do email, it'll do music, it'll do text message. The only thing it won't do is like get people to use it because it was awful UI. And so it had all of that functionality, but it didn't have an experience. So when you think about getting data, I'm a rep or I'm a leader and I'm in a situation where I need to dive in and figure out where am I risky? Now that may be in a number of deals or it may be in regions, right? Japan is really struggling. What do I do, right? And first of all, that whole motion, I think I've learned that just looking at squeaky wheel gets the grease puts you in a whack-a-mole motion. And there's something to be said for, okay, great, that's on fire, but will that fire go out eventually on its own? And that my time is really better spent, doubling down over here where even though they're already succeeding. But that motion is a data excavation sort of process. Having someone who looks like a human talk to me about it in my language that I get used to over time and that learns me and I learn him or her, whatever the avatar looks like, and feeds me proactive information. It is kind of the dream of AI, right? Is that in the morning I wake up and say, what do I have today? Well, sir, you have this was Ask Jeeves right? In 2001, if you remember that, if you're old enough. But you have a butler or a concierge. So the chief of staff experience is, wonderful. And I think we're all going to get there. We're all slowly creating the matrix, right? Where we have this avatar that kind of helps us through our day. It's unmatched in terms of ease of consumption. It's just so great. You can even control, how fast they speak, slow they speak, the tone, the ability to customize how we receive information is great. And what I believe, the Steve Ballmer videos, it's the difference between doing that inspection or not, right? Because a lazy manager or too busy or overloaded, because look, mortgages, kids, right? It's difficult. I maybe not want to dive into the CRM and read all the notes and then listen to the gong call recording while I'm walking my dog and then go to all these triggers. Having somebody just speak it to me as if they're my assistant for free. I mean, in terms of versus paying somebody to do it is a dream.